Welcome back, everybody. This is Tanusa and the Angeles Report. When we left off, we had just arrived at the Manila Airport, also known as Nayaya, and we had just found out that they had misplaced our baggage. And they weren't sure, but they thought that most likely that Alaska Airlines had not forwarded our baggage onto our next flight, which, according to Singapore Airlines, unfortunately seems to happen kind of often. Now, we did have our carry on bags because, well, they didn't let us check those in, so we've been hauling them around on the plane uh, ever since we left Denver. So we had those. We went outside, and of course, our family was wondering, where the heck are we? Because we had spent so long after the arrival of our plane filling out reports and making sure our luggage had arrived. But a phone call or two, they knew where to meet us, and they met us outside of Terminal 3, if you're familiar with Naiaya Airport. And a nice big SUV. I was expecting one or two people to pick us up. There was four or five family members, which, okay. Um, don't need a lot of people because honestly, the more people, the harder it is just to get home with all your luggage. But since we didn't have any luggage, it was okay. Now, I tell you, we did arrive in mid afternoon. So by the time we got out, we were like in the middle of rush hour. But traffic on the expressways was very light, partly because Holy Week is coming up here, and so it was pretty much straightforward. The drive up to Angeles, except for the fact that now the expressways are all going to ARFID, which is where you read the license plate, and that's how they deduct the tolls from an online account. Took us about 2 hours. Now, obviously, I can't tell you exactly where we're living, but I will tell you we are on the north side, and we're kind of a little bit outside of Angeles. And on one of the roads, there is, if you kind of go a few hundred meters, you're going to be in farmland from where we are. To get to downtown Angeles, it's for us, it's two two jeepneys, but only one if we're going to Astro and Clark and Balibago. If you're familiar with Angeles, that's the northern side. And from there, we need to take a trike, which, if you're not familiar with, is that's a motorcycle with a sidecar. They're everywhere in the Philippines, and they're sort of regulated, but if you're a Westerner, they tend to overcharge you. They're not cheap, but several kilometers will cost you about $1 to $2. So not bad. But if you're a Westerner, they'll try to charge you like $10 or something like that. The more dishonest ones or the less scrupulous ones. Anyways, it's just several kilometers. Kind of leave the highway and the local shopping, and that drops us off in this development. This one's not gated, and we have a but we have a fair amount of shopping just here local. I mean, there's a 7-Eleven, there's a new Pure Gold supermarket, which is one of the compact ones here, which is nice, and a lot of little sorry stores, which is people who have little stores in the front of their houses where you can get soda, laundry detergent, and basic stuff. There's also several restaurants you can get a lot of chicken. There's some hamburgers. Honestly, pretty good selection for being able to only walk like less than 50 meters from our house. And the nice thing is also our house is not directly on the highway, so it's a little bit quieter. We're about 60 meters off the main road, so quiet but really convenient to getting the trikes to get back to Angeles. We're in a townhouse, which is one of five. They're brand new. If you look at Google Earth, if you were to see the actual site, it just shows an empty lot right now. So within the last 3 years, this place has been built. So looks good. Water pressure isn't the greatest. They had really good water pressure up to a year ago, and then they somehow damage happened to the pipes, and now they still get water, but downstairs no problem. But upstairs, generally we can only get water pretty much at night. And but that's not hard. We just have to adjust. I'll get more into that another video. Anyways, the thing is first thing when we got here after the first night of just crashing and just getting everything upstairs is the next morning we both went to the dentist and I went to the chiropractor and we got going on that. And you know, I'm going to be going to the chiropractor for about 20 visits, and Evelyn is going to get got a tooth removed. She's going to go back or get a new set of dentures, and that's where we're going to leave it for the moment. And that's pretty much what we did the first day. All right, so stay tuned for the next chapter, probably tomorrow night. If you're watching live, thank you very much. You're one and only, and you're greatly prized. Bye for now.